Hello there! Welcome back to another video. So, today I have an idea for you. What I want to make is a train. And the reason I want to make a train is because they're vehicles, and vehicles are always so fun to make. And I haven't actually made many vehicles on this world. Most of my testing worlds have quite a few vehicles on them, but this one I've got this truck here, and I've got some cars down there, but for the most part, it's pretty much empty. And I'd like to build a train because I have never actually built a train before. It should be a fun little difficult challenge for me to get working on. It should help with my detailing and shaping skills too, although I don't know how much texturing it's going to be because it's going to be quite tightly packed. There's a couple rules that I want to go over with this train too. So first of all, I want to make sure that you can actually like drive in the train, and not drive, sorry, not that would be like moving. I mean, like, I want you to be able to walk around the train. So I want there to be at least like 3 blocks of movement room within the train, so it would have to be at least, considering that we want a layer for detail too, we're probably going to be looking at a train that's around this wide, which I think is a good size, especially in areas where we don't need the detail, or the areas specifically we can kind of just bring it in a little bit like that probably, and that could be like the front section of the train. We can do more shaping stuff later on, but we're probably going to be looking around this width of the size of the train, right? And I want to do like a couple areas. So I want to do like a back car, I want to do a central car, and I want to do the front area, the actual train bit. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. I can't wait to do this. It's going to be super fun, and I have about 2 days to make this because I was very ill prepared, and I genuinely, and I'm going to be 100% honest, I had writer's block this week. I spent every single day trying to make a video. I even made the intro for another video, which I didn't make because I realized it would take me like 3 weeks to finish. So I was like, okay, maybe I won't do that one. Instead, I'll do this instead, which will be fun. Maybe you'll see the other one that would take me 3 weeks if it actually turns out well, because I've only done like the first 10% yet. So we'll have to see. Anyways, let's get into the video. Yahoo! It's me, Bradley. Trains. Yeah, that's right, trains. At least the front section of it. So it's not gonna. These aren't permanent colors, by the way. I just generally build out of mangrove and red wool whenever I'm like doing something, and then I replace the colors later on, just so I can get a good idea of it in my mind. Some details will stay, like these tracks. I like the little like what's it called, piston rims on them, and then you've got the dark on the front. It just creates some nice contrast. I think it makes the wheels look like they're wheels. There's a lot. It took a while to get this shape perfect because I wanted it to look like an actual train rather than like something fictional. So I looked at a bunch of real trains. I tried to get a lot of the details right with the just the way you see stuff on the train, and I think this looks pretty accurate. I nearly forgot to add this bit on. I don't know what it's called. It's like the pusher thing you see in like post-apocalyptic movies. I'm going to do a bunch more details on this, and I'm going to hopefully colour it in quite nicely. And then I need to do the interior section for this chunk here, which looks pretty nice. You kind of have to jump to see over the edge, or you look out from these sections. I might see what I can do about adding glass here. I don't know, but it might not be too easy, so I might not do any glass and just keep it open. It does still feel kind of cartoony, I won't lie there, but I like this as a starting point. It's got a nice shape to it, it's got a nice size, and it's very maneuverable, whatever that word means. Anyway, let's get into the colouring section because that's kind of what I'm excited to do now. There might still be a touch of red in it. I'm actually kind of growing fond of some of the red areas, so I might keep some of the red even if it's just a line or two. But we'll just have to wait and see. The board is a beautiful thing. It's actually the boardwalk, or the race, or whatever you want to call it. The race to 10,000 is my little blockchain here. Each of these blocks is 1 subscriber on my channel. If you want to become one of these blocks, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button, which I would please suggest that you do. Now over there is 10,000 all the way in the distance. Currently I think we are at 2,843 subscribers. There's room here for another animal that's racing on the board, so if you want to put another animal on there, all you have to do is leave a comment and I'll build it if it's funny, if it's cool. Just cool. I love all the builds that I get. My favourite one might actually be the tiger. Every time I go over it just looks so cool, doesn't it? The eyes and everything. Anyways, if you want to become a subscriber, you know what to do. Thank you for watching, and I won't hold you up any longer. let's get back to the video. I'm back, and I'm gonna officially say this. Vehicles are still my most favourite thing to build in Minecraft, and trains might be the coolest type of vehicle to make, although making fictional cars is always really cool too, like the Batmobile or Ghostbusters, or I'm getting distracted. Oh, look at it. Ah, it looks so cool, doesn't it? I was actually surprised. I didn't think it would look this good. Like, I really doubted myself. And I tried to look at the inside of a train because I wanted to do the middle section here. And I actually never looked at a middle inside of a train because I ended up finding like the blueprints to a train and like showing the inside, you know, the mechanical workings of a train instead. And I thought, why didn't I make my train a little bit more realistic? And if there are any train experts in the chat who like know how to do trains and things, I'm probably like very wrong on this, but there were some interesting things I saw in the blueprint, like the smaller wheels. These are like, I forgot, like directional wheels or something. I can't remember the exact name. But yeah, that's what the smaller wheels are. And then on the front there are two big wheels called steering wheels, and I'm imagining that's what makes the train curve around things, or they're the ones that keep the train on track, while these just move the train a little bit. Or I'm not 100% sure how that works, but it's an actual feature trains have, which is interesting. This really should be here, and this is just a random detail, so ignore that. But this is like the big steam thing that's pumping all the fuel out from this section, and back here there's some like lumpy bits that like hold the steam or hold the fuel. This is kind of the engine part, and this is like the fuel tank, I think. I think that's how it works. I'm still not 100% sure. As for this area of the train here, and I'm not even kidding, for inspiration for this bit, I've been listening in the background to people playing Choo Choo Charles. Yeah, that's right, the horror game about a train. I've watched 2 of Astral Spiff's videos, and I'm currently listening to well, not currently, but you know, I'm listening to Markiplier's playthrough of Choo Choo Charles. And the reason for that is generally because I just love the game, and I love the art style of it, and I just want to like finish off this train and make it look good because the trains in that look so good. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I love the new shelves, because before, if you wanted to create like a thin white line or whatever on a build, it was basically impossible unless you're using banners, but you can do it so easily now. Just look at that. That is such a perfect detail. It took me no time at all, I tell you. And this is such a cool segment. What I need to work on next is the coal carriage, then like the seating passage, and then I guess like a final passage. So we got 3 of them left. The coal should be easier than this front bit, because this is probably going to have been the most complicated area. But oh wow, this is so brilliant. Actually, let me get a redstone lamp out. I was thinking, this is going to be where the light is, isn't it? That's where they put the light on the train. That doesn't look so good right now because there's nothing back there. Let me get a redstone block out. That's going to activate the thing at the top. That doesn't matter so much. Put that there and then there. Yeah, that looks perfect. Especially with the trapdoor. That just like fits in so well. This might be one of my favorite builds. I absolutely love vehicles. Building them is so fun. If I was ever on like a famous SMP or whatever, I can tell you, my bases would just be vehicles. It would be like spaceships or trains, and maybe to be honest, I probably would build structures around it because I do enjoy building structures. But if I could work on anything, it would always be vehicles, because they're just so much more fun to build. You get to work on all the small parts and just I cannot obsess over this enough. Anyways, I've got to stop talking about this because I am just going too much in this. Anyways, let's move on to the next clip because I'm having so much fun. Yay! Oh, this is awkward. Is that awkward? I'm not sure. You know when I like building something because I accidentally forget to record whilst I'm building it, and then suddenly I've done a huge amount of work. Well, anyways, the first section, that was already done, but now I've finished already the coal and the first compartment of the build. I haven't actually done the interior for this one yet, so you're going to see another cutback of me doing that. It's kind of empty right now, as you can see. I've added this chain here because I looked at real life trains again, and they have like a little bit there so that when you step off onto a platform, which would be around this level, maybe it'd be a little lower like there. Here we are. Be fit and go on like that level, and that way when you need to get onto the train, you can just go like that and jump up, which works very, very well for me. I'm not going to be building a train station today, probably, so I don't really need that so much, but it works very well for the condition. I didn't do one on this side because there isn't you don't really get on from this side, do you? Because if it's coming in from the left, then you're going to get on this side. Coming in from the right, then you can get off that side, but it's going to be turned around. So, you know, that logic dictates you won't need it. This is an interesting fact. I don't like coal blocks. I've used coal blocks here, but for the most part, I've mixed it in with wool, blackstone, and concrete powder. Now, coal blocks, in my opinion, should look like they're like bundles of coal. So like the raw, let's say raw iron. Coal blocks should look more like raw iron with all the coal bundled together. That way you can have like a pile of coal and it will look good. But the coal blocks as they are, they're just too dark, and I think that needs an updated texture, Mojang. Listen to me, I'm like your #1 fan. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I hate Mojang. Maybe that's why they don't listen to me. Or maybe they hate me. I don't know. Does Mojang, do you hate me? Is it my eyes? Is it my mustache? Would you rather me shave? Don't worry, I'm not shaving. My mustache is too glorious for that. Anyways, this is coming along very, very well. I need some ideas for just adding more details on. Because as far as it goes, this area doesn't actually use any new details. I mean, this area I had to think of a lot more details. This one is kind of using a lot of details from other ones. And it's always nice to come up with new details when you make it. Maybe like lights along the edges here would look nice. Does that look good? I feel like that's a bit too much, unfortunately. That's a terrible thing. I hate it when there's a bit too much. Maybe that? Nah, still too much. Darn it. Okay, gonna have to figure out some way I can add more details onto this, because right now I'm just trying to make it look more than just like flat. Because it kind of looks a little basic here. I'll be the first to admit that. This area looks a little basic. Not a whole lot's going on. But then again, that is the case when you're building something that's kind of just using details you've already made. This first compartment was super fun to make, but these second ones, they've been really easy to make actually. Yeah, it's mainly just details from this side, which I guess makes sense that they'd follow through. So I just need to complete this, maybe duplicate it across a couple times, and then do a final compartment which would be like completely flat, and it would be like logs and things on the back. Also, one of the obsessions that I've had with trains is because of Harpy Express. I've been meaning to actually stream it, but I haven't gone around to it yet. Maybe I will tonight if they do a thing, but there's a short on my channel of it, which is quite fun. But I'm doing all the state Harpy Express thing that they do, like Isha State, and it's so fun. I play it nearly every night. It's always really cool, and I think I'd like to stream it sometime because that's really awesome too. Anyways, I'm gonna get to work on finishing this compartment, duplicating it back, maybe doing some rails and all sorts of other extra details, because this is still so cool. Oh my goodness, love it so much. Brilliant work, Bradley. You've done a great job. Love congratulating myself. You know, it's just so good for my mental health. It's not actually a bad thing. The crazy stuff. Congratulating yourself, feeling good about yourself. Don't ignore that. You know, you should always take a chance to congratulate yourself, because you're always doing great. Just work hard. Yeah. Wow, I'm being so motivational. I should do like speeches or something. Yeah, I kind of finished the train cart like 40 minutes ago, but then I got caught up watching Markiplier's playthrough again, and I didn't record anything. So here we are, and welcome back. For some reason, I keep procrastinating recording, even though I actually enjoy doing it. It's such a strange thing. It's like I enjoy speaking to a camera. Like I have a lot of fun doing it. But whenever it comes to like I'm watching something in the background, I keep procrastinating and I don't want to pause the thing I'm watching. So I ended up like going for like 40 minutes at a time, and I just want to keep on adding details. And that's often what happens when I end up like making two things like that at once, because I just don't want to click record. Anyways, I've duplicated it all the way back here, as you can see. And that kind of looks really nice. It's a very similar, it's the very samey, isn't it? But that's kind of what trains are like, and I can't really change that. Unless I was going to go for a much more detailed train, which would take me a lot more time to do. As you can tell, this week is a bit of a smaller video. If I have time, I'm going to do more with this concept. Overall, I already have enough kit lips to probably make like a shorter video. The only reason it is shorter this week, again, because of the whole thing of like writer's block. Anyways, I'm going to show you what the interior looks like. It's kind of basic, but it's nice enough that it fits the whole train aesthetic. And it feels very nice to walk around. As you can see, we can walk all the way through the train, and it takes us right to the back, all the way through it. Look, I just like this. It looks really, really nice. Did lots of connection bits, and I made sure it could stack properly. I'm gonna do the final cart soon, and yeah, this has just been really, really cool. I also added some more. I expanded the smoke a bit here. too, to try and like bring it into the whole train, try and connect it all together, which I think works really well. I haven't actually spoken about the smoke, but yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? I quite like this. It's using like, I think with like glass and smoke tricks, you use mostly glass panes because they've got much thicker density than the blocks, and then you throw some blocks in for a little bit of texture density, and you know, all sorts of stuff like that. Either way, this is coming together so nicely. Huge fan of the shelves. Huge fan of all the things I managed to do this. Love trains, love things like this. Anyways, let's move on to the final bit. Well, I finished the final compartment, which was frankly very, very easy compared to the rest of them. This was just like kind of a flat top area with like barrels and things like that on. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create the rail track and maybe a little bit of an environment around it, make it look nice, make it fit in, and that'll be really awesome. I'm really happy with this. I checked my statistics and like look, and I kind of did a bit of guesstimating on how long this took me. 5 hours. Which might not seem like a whole lot of time, but honestly, 5 hours of work for this is pretty good in my books. But I want to do some more stuff on this. I mean, compared to how long I usually spend on my videos, which is, I don't even want to say, maybe, I don't know, maybe more like, I spend more like, if it's on over multiple days, I guess 10, 16 hours on a video. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Obviously, different weeks mean different amounts of time. And if we were to just take off all the time I just spend there sitting and thinking, and actually do the time I actually spend placing blocks, probably be like 1 or 2 hours. Because literally, I'm not even kidding, 90% of my videos, the time I spend on them is me sitting there and thinking about, hey, what am I going to do with this build? Like, my brain is constantly worrying, and I can't show that stuff on camera because it would literally just be me looking at a train cart going, and I don't think you'll watch that. 10 hours of me going, If you'd watch that, put it in the comments below, because I'm sure the revenue would be amazing. 10 hours, 100% watch time. Oh, you know, I'd be living in money. Maybe you'd skip the ads. Don't ever skip my ads. I need the money. No, I'm kidding. I don't. I'm joking. A jest. Anyways, let's move on to making the tracks. Absolutely love this. Well, hello there. We're in a desert now because I thought it was kind of like, what's it called? Like cowboy train? Yeah? Cowboy train, that works. It looks kind of cowboy-y, so I put it in the middle of a desert. It's kind of faded out here. Doing this by hand took me 9 hours, more than the actual train, but who cares? No, I'm just kidding. It took me 30 minutes because I used Axiom. Beautiful, beautiful Axiom. I used the dithering tool, which just makes my life so much easier. And it's a fun little environment. So yeah, this video was really, really fun to make. It's nice to do a bit of a relaxing video after the last video we did, which is over there, and I hope to never look at it again. I wasn't a huge fan of the build. Got decent views, so it wasn't so bad, but it just kind of killed me. It killed me enough that I didn't have any video ideas for this week except build a train, which honestly, for what it came out to be, I'm really happy. I really love this. Thank you everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you want to see more videos, put them in the comments below. If you have any ideas for videos, put them in the comments below. Same with monsters on the board, which I'll record in a bit, because I always do that bit afterwards, actually. Strange thing, but I always do. Anyways, I don't really have anything else to say. Yeah, there's nothing else to say. Can you think of anything I'd say? I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to a toddler right now. I don't mean to do that. Well, anyways, bye-bye!